This is Priest. This is my review of the Shrike line of picks from Peterson Locksmith Tools. Peterson is coming out with a line of lock picks called the Shrike. And the Shrike is Peterson's entry into the non-handled or the standard metal-handled pick market. First impressions, I really like the feedback of these. These are the profiles that are available right now in the Shrike. And we'll just go through each one of these and talk a little bit about them. So the first is the Diamond. Not much to say about the Diamond. The Diamond is a tried and true pick. The Peterson Diamond is very effective. I used it to pick a couple of the generic master locks. And it's a great pick, and there's not much improving on just a good half diamond pick. These picks are 25 thousandths in thickness. And so that's that. While I was evaluating these picks, I picked over 50 unique locks with these picks. This is the 3S. This is the designator on this. I really like this pick. I picked a lot of locks with this. I picked the Mako SFIC with this. I picked a Sargent FSIC with this. I picked an American 1100 with this, and just a slew of other locks. I had a Yale 8 I picked with this. I had half a dozen or 10 C keyway Schlags I picked with this. They're all great picks, but of all of these picks, this is my favorite. I found this one, I used this one a lot, and when it becomes available, it will absolutely be going into my everyday carry kit. So I use this pick a lot. You can see the pick profile. Is similar to a short hook with an added little tip here, almost like a gem style tip. And it was really effective into getting even into an American lock, which generally requires a deeper hook. I was able to open this lock with this pick. Well, here, let's just try it. I was able to get into this lock with this pick. Now, you guys who pick 1100s, you know this can go either way. This take 10 minutes. Oh, that was a good click there. A good click there. I'm having no problem accessing these pins, and there we go. So I made pretty quick work of an 1100, which is pretty good for a shorter pick. Generally, I use the H7 in 18 thousandths on these locks, but I was able to easily open it with this 3S. So again, I really like this pick. I like the feedback. It feels very strong. The steel, I really like this pick. This will immediately go into my everyday carry. The next one is the 6S. I didn't find myself using this much. You can see the profile here. The profile has some interesting bends to it. I did open it to open a few locks, and it was nice as a deep hook, but I didn't find myself using it a lot. Just doesn't fit my picking style. You can see there are a couple of these sharp bends here and here. Again, it seemed like a fine pick. I didn't find myself reaching for it very often. The next one is the 8S. Now, I also really like this pick. The profile on this pick, you've got sweeping almost a reach, what they call a reach style profile on this, and I really like it. In fact, I was struggling with a challenge lock from Den Brass, And you can see with the bitting that Den hooked me up with. If you know anything about challenge locks or Den brass, he's one of the best in the world. So I was opening this lock and it had a lot of wicked pins in there. But you can see the bitting on this lock was not easy, and I was able to reach all of those pins and actually pick this challenge lock for the first time from Den brass using the 8S. I was also very impressed with this pick. I enjoyed the feedback, very strong. I never felt that I had to be careful as I was putting my tension onto this pick, you know, as I was picking some of these tougher locks. So again, I wouldn't change anything about this pick, and it will also immediately go into my everyday carry kit. The next one up is the 10S. I really enjoyed this pick. It has a profile, also kind of a reach profile with almost a gem tip on it. I was also able to open the 1100 with this one, as well as various other locks. Again, strong pick. I like it a lot. I would absolutely add it to my kit easily. Again, I one of the things that I noticed on all of these picks is the feedback was outstanding. I historically don't like bare-handled picks without either liners or a plastic handle like the other Petersons. I've used some by some other manufacturers and I just don't really like them. I didn't mind picking with these, and these are a little, they all have flex because it's a thin piece of metal, but they didn't have as much flex. So as I was resting it here is how I pick. As I was picking with these, it didn't seem to have much flex here as some of the other picks I've used that are just bare-handled picks. So that's something that I really enjoyed. The handle seemed, even though it was just bare metal, it seemed to be a little more stiff than the other ones that I've used in the past. And so this was a great pick too. I would add this into my kit. The next one up is the 21S. This was also, here's the profile on that. Kind of a short hook, kind of a short rounded hook. I used this to pick a few master locks. It was a good pick. I think just a good standard general issue pick. I had no issues with this pick. Here we go. This is the 22S. And these are just the designators on the pick. So this, I believe, is the standard profile for the hook 7, which is in 18 thousandths my go-to hook. It's the hook I reach for first almost every time. I really enjoy the hook 7. In fact, here I have one. So here's an H7 in 18 thousandths. And you can see the pick profiles are very, very similar, if not the same. And so I liked this pick. I used it a lot. Again, I picked the American 1100 with it. I picked a lot of locks with this pick. So I enjoyed this pick. And again, it was strong, it was stiff, the metal was good. So that was that one. Now, this kit also comes with 2 rakes. You see a city style rake and then a kind of a modified triple Bogota, triple Bogota. Effective rakes. You know, the city rake is a city rake, and if the profile of the lock is right, then this will open it. I raked a number of locks open. In fact, I raked a master lock 570 open with this city rake and with this triple Bogota style rake. So these were city rakes. If the lock is right, city rakes are a great rake, and I think they're a necessary addition to every kit. This was a wicked little pick. I haven't had much luck with these shorter Bogota style triple peak rakes before. I raked a Master Lock 570 open, not just into a false set. I was able to actually open this. I'm not going to try and demonstrate it because raking locks that are full of security pins are hit or miss, but I was able to just rake this open, and it was a great little rake. Here's just a Master Lock number 3 which, you know, sometimes they'll rake right open and sometimes they won't. This is especially good for wafer locks, kind of your double-sided wafer locks. These style, I prefer a full-size triple bogata rake. I have one that are very effective, but yeah, it's not gonna want to go now. Once you get it, you get it. Last time I raked this one with this rake, it literally took, I don't know, 1 or 2 seconds. And raking, as you know, is as much skill based as single pin picking is. You know, you got to be able to rake and rock, and but because I'm a picker, I don't like leaving any lock unpicked. Oops, if I can help it. There it goes. So it was that fast once I got my technique right. So yeah, it was a good rake, and I was able to open a lot of locks with it. So I would also add this into my everyday carry kit that I carry with me every day, which currently consists of a slew of Peterson picks, and some multi-picks short hooks. But this will immediately go into that kit as well. So overall, great kit. Nothing much I would change. Again, just to recap, I really like the feedback. The steel feels great. I don't mind the finish. It's kind of got a darker finish, more of an annealed finish than a standard. Here's a southward, southward. I've never been sure on how to say that. You know, you can see the steel is finished. He's got a annealing on this, which I don't mind. Looks great. So overall, my impressions are very, very favorable on this pick set. Again, I opened over 50 locks in the last week with this set, and I would see myself using almost all of them. That's it. Thank you.